The File tab is a tab that has a lot of different options, and we're going to run through those just so you have a better idea of what options that you do have. Typically, when you click on the File tab, you'll come to the Open section over here on the left. Default, it's opening recent workbooks, so we'll list them here in different versions as well. Skydrive, especially if you work with Office 365, they're promoting that from your desktop computer, from your tablet or phone, and then your laptop, you can share and access files through the cloud. They call it the Skydrive for Microsoft. Also the computer, which is typical to folders, and you can browse to other parts of items that are connected or part of your computer. And you can also add a place, so things like SharePoint, this one is built through Office 365, but you may have local resources or network drives that you want to connect to and just have them listed over here so you have easy access to them. Alright, the first item is actually called Info, so when you click on that, when we go through the section on protecting your workbook, we'll come back through here, but there's a big list of items, options available here. Inspecting the workbook. A lot of metadata, which is data that's typically hidden or is about the file, the workbook. A lot of different data can be buried in here, hidden in here. So there's a lot of options here for Inspect Workbook. Even goes towards accessibility and compatibility to make sure it can actually be supported by earlier versions of Excel and so forth. Versions, as you're sharing and you're managing, you may want to take a look at this to be able to manage those. What users can see when they view this workbook on the web. So you can actually click into here and you can set parameters and different items. So some good ways to check it, protect it, determine how you want to display it. Also on the right side, properties. These will start filling in as we start creating workbooks. Dates, authors, there's even more properties to look at here, status and categories, hyperlink and company. So these are things as a part of metadata that you can have in a workbook, especially if you're tracking versions and doing a lot of collaboration on them. So this is all inside of Info. New is just that, creating new workbooks. This one is a little bit more of a tour. It's like a video to take you through the new features of Excel. Movie list app, financial portfolio. Again, these are all templates that you can work with. A lot more themes to them. As you can tell, a lot more colors and images are built into them. You can click on any of those. You can also go search online for them. You also have areas, for example, if you wanted to look for expense type templates, and it'll start bringing those up for you, a lot more of them, and then you can go into different things like small business, and there's 38 of them that tend to be for small businesses, and it goes on and on. There are so many that everybody's contributing to, so you'll want to take a look at those to see if something's already built and easy to modify instead of always trying to start it from scratch. So that's new. Open we've done. Save, this will jump to save as because we haven't saved this file. Remember that book 1, book 2, book 3, those are all default names for a workbook as soon as you open it. It indicates you haven't saved it as well. So that's why it's going into save as. Again, the Skydrive anywhere on your computer, and then you can add places that you would want to save it. Printing is still here. You can choose your printers from this list. Printer properties, this is showing OneNote, which is another Microsoft program. You can actually print right into the pages of OneNote. Different types of settings, collating, orientation, letter sizes or page sizes, margins, scaling, all of those are in there, and then page setup. So all of these things are still there. Nothing really new there, but we'll check that out as we get into the printing settings. Sharing, especially with Office 365, be able to invite people to be able to open this workbook, be able to use it, and you can set parameters to it. As it's showing here, saving to the cloud. You can also set it up for email as an attachment, linking, PDF, XPS, internet fax, so you're going to see some quicker options available for email. Exporting, which means going out, so creating different types of documents available, changing the different file types that you want. Macro enabled, templates, binary, CSVs, on and on it goes. Those are available. Don't click on close if you're practicing along with us. That will close your file, and that's what it does, is it closes the workbook, not Excel, just the workbook that you're working on, the file that you're working on. Then you have the account. So setting up with Office 365, updates, about Excel. You can have different themes going with that, and you can sign in here. Other options are going to come up, and this gets into a lot of areas that we'll work with as we go through the different modules. But know a lot of the presets, or the defaults that you want or are looking for, are typically in these areas. And if you're customizing toolbars, working with a ribbon, all kinds of things are listed in this area. We'll come back to those as we work through those. So let me go back to File. And the last one here is Add-ins. This is with collaboration. In this case, I have Bluetooth available to a Bluetooth device. So we're talking about more ways to share and collaborate within Excel 2013. And when you're done with this area with File, you used to be able to just click on another tab up here, but you can see those are covered up now, so you just hit the arrow to go back, and you're back to your worksheet.